Hello, I'm Joe Catalanotti. I'm with EMC's VNX Product Marketing Group, and I'm here to talk to you just a little bit about our new product called the VNX-F All-Flash Array. Let's start out by talking where the VNX-F came from. It's based upon the VNX-2, the new VNX that we just announced in September. That VNX architecture is all flash optimized, meaning that we've built in capabilities to handle flash, starting with our patented multi-core optimization software. All VNXs that we have are enabled with this type of architecture, giving it a flash optimized performance characteristics. All of the VNXs are designed for increased performance and low latency. And the VNX-F is designed based upon this architecture. With the VNX platform, you get a couple of choices in terms of your environment. You can configure it as a deployment option, either as a hybrid array, and we'll talk about this in a second, or an all-flash array. In either case, you're going to be able to significantly start to think about how you can lower your dollar per IOP and your dollar per gigabyte. So the question is, when do you choose a hybrid, which is a storage array that consists of flash drives and spinning drives together, or an all-flash array? Well, it depends. It depends on your environment relative to your performance needs, your response times needs, or your latency, and as well data skew. Let me explain what that means. Generally speaking, your applications in your environment that are generating data that are coming from a mixed workload, let's say, that data starts out as hot data, meaning that users are accessing that data very frequently. Okay? But over time, whether it's 30 days or 60 days, depending on how long your data in your environment stays hot, that data does tend to cool off, meaning that it's becoming less and less frequently accessed. Okay? So when that happens, you've got all of this cold data, generally after a certain amount of days, 60 days or 90 days, sitting in your array. You really don't want that data on flash. You pretty much want that on low-cost, high-capacity spinning drives. This is called data skew. And with the VNX, you have the auto-tiering capabilities that will take it off of flash and move it across the tiers to SAS or nearline drives, whatever you have in your array. This is going to help you save money. But with an all-flash array, you're looking at an environment that's requiring very consistent performance, where you're going to have frequent access to that data over longer periods of time. This is what we call this hot zone up here. Okay, yes, you may have some leveling off of accessing of that data, but it's not going to be so substantial that you need to put it on a spinning drive, because people are going to come back to that data maybe in 20 days or 30 days, and it's going to constantly be hot. And so you want that all-flash performance. You want that consistent performance, that low latency capability that comes with an all-flash array. So you have to really make up your own minds in terms of the applications that you're running and the type of data that you're generating and the type of access that you have to that data. So let me tell you about the VNX-F all-flash array. Again, this is an all-flash array based upon the award-winning, enterprise-proven VNX-2 platform. It's MCX optimized, as I mentioned before. This is our multi-core optimization software that really helps you distribute the processing power across all of the cores that are available in the array itself. With the VNX-F, you can get up to 500,000 IOPS, and you can get low latency as well. This is a block-only platform, so you have a choice of protocol in your environment: fiber channel over Ethernet, or iSCSI. Because it's a VNX, you get the benefits of the VNX in terms of its availability, as well as dual node symmetric active-active. You get, with the VNX-F, the Unisphere Management Suite. This is an award-winning element manager with the VNX, and you really get some good insight into the performance and capacity and the actual components of the VNX itself. You also have a platform that's already integrated with your applications, with your VMware virtualization environment, as well as Microsoft Windows environments as well. And VNX and EMC are well known for those integrations. Last but not least, one of the things about the VNX-F is that should you have an environment with an all-flash array where you have data that's that needs to be duplicated, you can turn on your deduplication, compression, and you also have software options as well that'll give you replication and snapshots as well. So now that you've heard what the VNX-F is and what it contains, let me tell you how it's deployed in your environment. The VNX-F comes to you in one of 4 pre-configured fixed capacity configurations. You can get all the way from 8.8 terabyte usable configuration all the way up to a 41.1 terabyte usable configuration. It comes to you as a pre-configured RAID environment with the pre-configured capacities. You just plug it in, use Unisphere to manage it, and you're off and running. So the VNX-F, when you think about it, it's a simple, modular approach to all-flash array. It's a really economical way of deploying. So to sum up, the VNX-F all-flash array is based upon the industry-leading, enterprise-proven VNX unified storage architecture. It is an all-flash array, and it gives you the performance characteristics that are very consistent with an all-flash array with low latency as well for use cases that could range anywhere from database acceleration to server virtualization to VDI to having an all-flash tier behind an SVC. Multiple use cases that you can apply this to. It just depends on your needs around performance, response time, and again, as we talked about before, a hybrid versus an all-flash array consideration. Next, it's a very simple and modular approach. All right, it's pre-configured models, as I talked about, with 4 capacity configurations that you can choose and pick from and easily deploy. Lastly, and importantly, it's available now to you as a customer with configurations as low as $5 per raw gigabyte. So we look forward to being able to talk with you further about the VNX-F all-flash array, and thank you for listening.